Hi everyone, this is another Adventures with Pete story. This is about a party I'd gone to and Pete wanted to come with me, but I really didn't want to bring him to this party. He seemed to like to go anywhere where there was free food and beverage. So my friend's parents had a country house and they used to go to Florida a lot, so they weren't going to be there, and my friend completely cleared it with her parents to throw this party. We were all in our late 20s, early 30s, so it wasn't like a 16-year-old getting drunk party or anything like that. So my friend invited us, and I told her Pete was coming, and she had met him before, and she was like, well, okay, there'll be enough people there, so it'll be okay. So it was a long ride, and Pete said he wanted to drive, which I was fine with because I'm used to having to drive every time I go out. There's plenty of times where I can't drink because I have to drive us home, and I'm the kind of person who doesn't even like to have one drink. I get very paranoid if I have even one drink and have to get behind the wheel. I just won't do it. I'll find a way to stay over or do something like that. So we got to this party, and Pete, he's the kind of guy that could probably drink 2 or 3 drinks and he's still gonna be fine if he drinks. So when I saw he was drinking more than what I thought he was going to drink or more than what I thought he could handle, I stopped drinking. I had to stop because I had a feeling that I was going to be the one driving us home. So we got there, and Pete was drinking a lot and eating a lot of the food, and it was a pretty chill party. Most of the people there were just hanging out, talking. Sully was DJing. So it was really a nice backyard barbecue, and we were having a good time. There were a few people that showed up, and Pete, of course, was kind of obnoxious. He'd go up and talk to them, and he's socially awkward, so there were times where he would say something and it was just not the right thing to say, or ask a stupid question, and one by one people were a little bit turned off from him. So he kind of started getting into a mood, and he was drinking more and more. Anytime food came out, he was grabbing the biggest plate, loading it up, and pigging out, if you will. He was like literally pigging out on all the food. So, and he would tell these off-color stories to people, and a lot of people found it shocking or off-putting. So he'd get a rise out of this. He thought it was really funny to tell stories like this and put people off. And then he would also say stuff to girls that wasn't cool, and girls would just walk away from him. At one point, Kyle and I can't remember who else, but Kyle was playing the beanbag throw game. I can't remember what the name of it is. It's when you throw the beanbag into a hole. So Kyle had thrown this beanbag accidentally and hit Pete in the head. So Pete was very angry, and he started chasing Kyle around the party, and Kyle was running. I don't know why. Like, Kyle seems to run away from trouble. In my other story, he ran because he scared Brandon, and Brandon did the same thing. Brandon chased him and hit him over the head with a shoe. So, or he threw a shoe at him. I think it was Brandon's shoe. So it seems like Kyle gets himself into trouble. Whether he plans to or not, he gets himself into trouble. After a while, Pete was getting drunker and telling more funny stories, or I should say off-putting stories that he thought were funny, and I was embarrassed, and everybody found him off-putting. So eventually I decided it's time for us to go because I was getting pretty pissed, and I ended up driving us home. I knew I was going to have to drive us home, so I had switched to soda and coffee, and I'm driving us home, and we were in West Jersey, almost at the Pennsylvania border. And it was a good hour and 15-minute ride home, but I knew the way because I had driven there a few times. So I'm driving and he whips out a beer. And I said, "Excuse you, you cannot be drinking a beer in the car." So he guzzled it real quick and he threw the bottle out the window. And there are cars behind us, so I was really paranoid, thinking that the cops were going to pull us over. So I was really upset and paranoid and calling him a stupid idiot or something like that. And he was pissed that I was nervous like this. So then he tells me that we're low on gas. So I looked at the fuel gauge and it was full, or it said it was full. And he said, "No, it's not, it's broken." And I'm like, "Okay, why didn't you tell me we had a broken gauge?" And I told him there's not very much in the way of gas stations out here. So eventually we pull off an exit where there was fuel, but it wasn't like a rest stop. Like we had to go off the highway and drive into town. I'm thinking we're about to run out of gas any minute. So I was really paranoid and I was pretty upset about this. So we pull in, we pump the gas, and we go to pay, and it was $5. Like, that's all the gas we needed was $5. So apparently this was a ploy for him to get me off the highway, or get me to pull off the highway. So he grabbed another 6-pack of beer, and he's grabbing chips and things to eat, and he had himself a feast. So we're sitting in an abandoned parking lot that he directed me to, and he's drinking and eating, and I'm sitting there bored, and I'm thinking like I should have gone to the bathroom, but I didn't. So I really wanted to get back on the road because I wasn't going to go back to the gas station at this point. So he ends up relieving himself. He did that a few times. He had a few beers. He's dropping the bottles outside the car window, and he's relieving himself. So I was getting really paranoid and very upset. So then he put his seat back and he curled up in a ball, and I'm like, "Okay, we're leaving." Now, my mistake was, as soon as he started getting comfortable, I put the key in the ignition and I start the car. So he grabbed the keys out of the ignition because apparently he didn't want me driving him home. He wanted he and I to stay there and nap together. So I'm like, "What do you care? I'm bringing us home, and you can be in your drunken, blissful, whatever, stupor, and I'm driving us home, and everything will be fine because I'm in control." But he grabbed the keys and he threw them out the window. So with my cell phone battery, I'm walking around the parking lot looking for the keys, and I finally find them. I snuck back in the car and I made sure he was asleep. I just sat there for a few minutes, maybe even 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and I'm sitting there and he's asleep like a baby, and I could tell he's asleep. So then I turned on the car and I blissfully drove us home, and by the time he did wake up a little bit, but he didn't do anything. He was just way too out of it to do anything about it, that I was driving us home. So then we get back to our apartment and I'm trying to wake him up. I park the car and I'm trying to wake him up so he can go inside and go to bed. And he didn't wake up, so I just slammed the door and I went upstairs and I went to bed. So that's the Adventures with Pete story for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. It definitely was an adventure. It was very upsetting, to say the least. And after that, I made sure that if he wanted to come with me somewhere, that other people were going, and maybe people that could be a voice of reason and get him to get in the car and go home when it's time to go home. I don't really know why he does the things he does. He just definitely on a different wavelength than the rest of the world. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the story. If you do, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss another video.